Hey guys, finally it's Rob here. I know it's been absolutely ages since we've done anything on the channel. Holidays and illness and stuff have caught up. We were planning a week off. It turned into 2, a little bit more maybe. But we're back now, really keen to kick on. And today we're going to jump back into the Bromsgrove save. Now, we haven't really pressed on that much because not only have we not been creating any content in the last couple of weeks, I've not had time to play the game either. So you haven't missed anything, which is the positive. So we've pressed on a little bit. We're going to get into a big game against another rival today. See you in a second. Okay then guys, so last time out it was, where was it? It was up here, wasn't it? We lost to Stourbridge. Local rivalry, not in the game, but local rivalry. Didn't go so well, lost the game. And it's been a little bit mixed since then. It's largely positive. 2-0 at Rushall, good result. Won in the FA Cup, which was great. Tough draw against Boston from a level up. That was a good win. Peterborough Sports, we lost to. Got sent off 53 minutes. They scored shortly after, and the game just fizzled out from there, really. 2-2 draw at Stratford wasn't too bad a result, but we did have to come from 2-0 down. So good character, but disappointed with that first half. I've stuck with the tactics largely, but after this point, but I'll show you in a second, we have had a bit of a revamp, which might seem odd because we had a decent run of form then. Decent draw for us in the FA Cup, got through the third qualifying round. Starting to rub my hands together a little bit after that one. Disappointing one against Barwell after being sort of leading early, pegged back, leading again, and then to concede late on was a bit of a stinker. Bounced back well, 4-0 at Hitchin, comprehensive, easy doors. And then finally bowing out of the FA Cup. Now I was going to show this one, but I just thought I wanted to press on a little bit further. I think I mentioned last time, this save, it's a long one, these sorts of non-league saves, so I don't want to come back too often. Within a season, especially early on when we're just sort of trying to get out of these leagues. So I thought we'll press on with this, and then if we get to the first round, it should be exciting, and we'll get back. But Telford they just had too much for us. We did okay, but they were just too clinical, and the game was sort of gone, as you can see, sort of half an hour in, 3-1 down. So not ideal, but it's not the worst thing in the world. We weren't really expected to win, and yeah, they just had a bit too much for us. And then Colville bounced back well. Sanchez were finally getting on the score sheet a couple of times, and that's 2-0. Now, I mentioned the tactics. They've done okay, as you can see. I mean, we got like 4th qualifying round, and then where are we in the league? I think we're 4th. Yeah, we're 4th, which isn't too bad. But you look at the distance between like Tamworth and Hendersford, like that's almost already gone, and so we've been a little bit inconsistent. And I think that's largely down to sort of lack of depth in playing staff and injuries and fitness and all sorts of things like that. But I've had a play around with it, and we've come up with something a little bit different, which I don't like to do mid-season because I think I've worked on this all pre-season, and now I'm changing it all. But we're going for it, and we'll see how that works. It'll probably come and bite me in the backside. I don't think there's any transfers that we made, but I could be wrong. Let's have a little check. I can't remember if you knew about Brown and Bakker going out on loan. So that's happened, and then we have had one in, I don't know if you know about, Fode Nabe, to sort of help us out in centre midfield. And actually, he looks like a decent prospect. He's sort of the midfielders we've got in Dougie and Lewis Bradley. They're sort of all rounders. They're sort of pretty good at everything, but there's no mastery. This guy is a bit more of like a cultured on the ball. You can see first touch, technique are the main things. He's not particularly strong though, so he's going to be a bit of a horses for courses situation as to when he plays. From Sierra Leone, but we brought him in. Where did we bring him in from? I'm not sure he was at a club, but he'd been at he was at Fulham, sort of in his early career, and he sort of bounced around the local area a little bit. So we'll see how he does. See if he can offer us a little bit something different. Now, tactics. This is what we've gone for. Now, thinking about where I want players to play, it is a little bit asymmetrical. I do like to try and mess around with these. It often doesn't work, but I'm trying to keep it simple. It's essentially 4-4-2, but it's on a tilt. I think going down the left hand side with where is he? When he's fit, Bradley Garmston on the left hand side, and Cody Fisher's pretty good going forward as well. Is a little bit more than say I know Sanko's been playing. We've been playing there, and I intend to push him up onto the right hand side to sort of shore up the right side, so that we can really push down that left side and tilt things around. And then you have like Lalose and Sanchez here that can basically come in here, and it sort of becomes a front three. And then the midfield will be the same to sort of just shore it up and allow that to happen. Kept it all no nonsense. Kept it simple, fairly direct. We'll see how it goes. A bit more standard. I think this is from when we're just going to throw the book at it. If we need a goal, let's go bombing down both sides. Wingers, balls into the box. That old story. And then something that's, again, is similar to the first one. I want to keep a consistent sort of idea around the tactics. But just if we need to hang on to something, or we're playing against a strong side, packing that midfield, and that is where we can allow who I was just talking about. Maybe we can allow sort of Dugmore to go in a more advanced role, just by virtue of being the best player, or the new chap. I've forgotten his name already. This is good, isn't it? This is what happens when you don't play it for too long. Neve. This may be when he becomes a third man in midfield. So we'll see. Let's see how it goes. Today, as I mentioned, we've got Alvechurch. It's the other sort of. It's probably the most local rivalry, Alvechurch and Redditch, in real life. Now, in real life, if you're a fan, it's not going great. A lot of frustration around things. So hopefully we can do a little bit better in the game, just to give us a little bit of an escape from it until things turn, which I'm sure they eventually will. So this is what we're going with for today's game then, guys. I've had to shift it around a little bit. Everything sort of moved a slot to the right. Joel Kettle's going to have to fill in at right back. Sam Alderson's injured. Sanko's not fit. So Eli comes in with Wise at centre half. Garmston's back on the left. I put Bradley out on the right hand side just for that athleticism, because again we're struggling down that side for a more defensive option, which means Shorrock can come into the box-to-box role. Dugmore in his usual ball-winning role. Lalose, who I hope we can get the best out on this left-hand side here. Walker and Penga, the usual two up front. Alvechurch are down in, I think, 16th, so this is a game we need to win if we're going to I think, as I say, it's early days, really, but we're 9 points off. Unless we go on an absolutely storming run, that looks like it's going to be tough to catch now, to be honest, because they've lost one game apiece. But we need to make sure. I know the board said mid-table. I'm not interested in that. We need to get out of this league. So we need to make sure that we sort of solidify all of this. So we need a win today. Here we go then, guys. As I say, big game for the league and for a little bit of local bragging rights. Come on, the boys. Here we go. We get started then. I assume this will be the first, kick-off highlight. Thanks everyone for sort of sticking with the channel and watching. Especially since this series has come out, it's done really well. Penga has a pot shot. And all the subscribers and comments and things like that. We've had great fun. Walker close to getting us off to a great start. It's a corner. I have tried to do some corners. I think I mentioned before, I haven't figured out this game's to get the best out of those yet. But Wise will come forward. Don't really want him out there. He should be in the box, actually. Need to look at that. Here's Bradley playing wide today. Can he get the ball in? Just odd ball. Okay. I think we've come back. Obviously, you might have seen the first since the comeback of the Norwich save. I think it was episode 10, as we sort of round off the second season. That's gone out. I'll pop a card up at some point. And Scott's Derby train rolling on as well. So do go and give those a watch. They're all very different saves, so there's something for everyone, we hope. And I think Scott mentioned in his last episode, which went out yesterday or the day before, whenever this goes out, we've got some ideas for the channel, and I think the next one coming is going to be a bit of a collaborative with editor David, a sort of resident editor bear. We'll go on, here's Walker, well blocked. So it will be a bit of something different to what we've done so far. Still working out how it's all going to work, but that should be quite exciting. So next week or two, I think you'll see that bouncing out. So keep an eye out for that. That's a professional foul from Dugmore there on Eswele. Picks up his booking. A little bit early for me, Josh. I don't think you needed to do that. Molyneux plays it short, trying to be clever, gets it back. Is that Jamie Molyneux that we? Okay, nothing's happened. That's fine. Okay, I was a bit worried then. Alvechurch just having a bit of a spell now after we started okay, And had a sort of couple of opportunities, and we've sort of blazed the shots over the bar, haven't we? Not really done anything with them. Alvechurch knocking it around well. Can we nick it though? Sort of pegged us back, which isn't really what I want, especially from this left side. I want that to be, really want that to put some pressure on them, but they're just keeping the ball here too easily, and they're going to work it through to Molyneux into the box. Save from a Nodi, back across and out. Been a bit scrappy. Let's have a bit more from the boys, because it's been a bit of a lack of quality in the game so far. Here's Lalose though. Can he deliver? Maybe overcomplicating it, but good ball in, and the header. Always going to be difficult from there. Lalose into Mpenga. Need some options. We've got some on the right hand side though. Bradley's in space. Can we deliver a quality ball in into Lalose? He did get the header, got up well, and that's okay. That's decent play. Here we come again. Oh, Dugmore's lost it in a really bad area. Alvechurch break. Oh, okay. Well defended to start with, and then Anodi has to get us out of trouble. I said it was well defended, and then just parted like the Red Sea for him. Okay, it's been a pretty even game, to be fair. I think it's just lacking that quality into the sort of final ball into the box to create a proper chance. Good ball forward though. Give it him. Come on, Jason. Oh, is it the bar or the post, or is it something? Keeper was beaten, I think. Oh, Walker has got a ranged effort on him. We've seen before. Okay, so 0-0, cagey stuff, but there have been some chances. I think we've edged it. We need to keep going. I am limited, to be honest, though, in the changes that I can make to change things. I think just in terms of fitness. And we'll leave it as it is for now. I'm just trying to think what we need to do. No, okay. Let's leave it as it is for now. We've done okay. And a little bit of quality, and they get a goal, and it might just sort of settle everyone down. I have just sort of overhauled and changed these tactics. So, as I say, it might come back to bite me, because we were doing okay, but just wanted a little bit more out of us. Charlie Dowd, ex-player. Oh, well headed away. Now can Walker lead a break? He's got support. Use it, Jason. Use it. Oh, he's going alone. Oh, sort of slowed it down now, boys. Come on. There are options. Give it him. He's onside. Hit it. Oh. Taking shots from range, I don't think there's a real chance then to sort of get an overload on that left-hand side. Whip the ball into Walker. Just can't get anything really, any purchase on a chance to get it on target. I don't know if we need to sort of start working the ball into the box, but I always think that just slows things down a little bit. Just now fitness is starting to hit, and I hope the same's happening to them. I'll have to check it out, but it always seems to be worse for us. I don't know if it's the way we're playing or the way we've been playing. We're sitting off too much there, and I don't know why that is. Good ball in over the bar though. Similar to us really. They forced that one save, but the chances are always a little bit sort of half baked. Well, I can't change everyone, can I? So, but I mean, it does look like they're having similar troubles. Right. I mean, Charlie Wise had a really good game, but he's tired. I don't really want to change it at this point. Lalose has struggled a little bit. Sanchez got a couple of goals. Let's bring him on. He was poor before that, but and I'm worried about this as well. Let's put Bradley in there, and let's bring Sanko on that right hand side. He might offer us just a little bit more of a natural wide player there than obviously Bradley is. So he might offer us something in terms of balls into the box. Come on then, boys. Come on. Shorrock moving it well. Walker coming all the way back, and then all the way back. I need to be lumped forward. It gets it to it though, and Walker again striking from range, which I'm fine with taking a shot, but we need to press into the box a little bit more, put them under some pressure. Let's do it. It's not an instruction that I tend to like, but we keep we keep pinging from range when I think there's opportunity, there's chance to get forward and get into the box and create a proper chance. We have been the better side this second half by a mile though, so that's a great ball, isn't it? But we need to capitalise because you can see what's going to happen. Here's Bradley out to Watt. These are really loose passes, lads. Come on. Don't like this at all. The quality of the passing's been so poor and we're knocking it about here. That's a good ball though. Good header in. And Mpenga back to Walker. Needs help, needs movement. Here's Sanko. Tackle, but Mpenga! Ah! Come on! Oh no. Oh no, you just watch now. You dare. Up in the air. Good challenge from Eli, but it's not stopping him. Is there all sorts of out of position now, lads? We need to get our shape back. Dowd hits one. Easy for an OD. What's he doing? Does he give a... How has that ended up in a corner? Oh, good grief. Come on, boys. I think... Let's... I mean, look at the state of this now. This is bad times, isn't it? Okay. It does look... I mean, it's probably our two best players off now, but I think let's get him forward. No. Let's go to a forward. A couple of times he's come on and he's really helped us. A bit of creativity. Let's pop Sanko as a winger. A 0-0's not... I mean, it's better for them here. We need a win in the second half, especially. We've been the better side by a distance, and we're just not creating enough, or snapping at chances and whatever. So not much happening though, unfortunately, which isn't really what we wanted, is it? Okay, well, let's see how this goes then. Back to basics. Big 4-4-2. Lump everything forward. Come on. Come on. There's got to be something. It's a big free kick. Headed away. Come on, Walker. Create something. Create something. Okay, a corner. Doesn't fill me with confidence, but it is something. It looks like we're going to fizzle out for a boring... It's not been boring, but for a sort of scrappy 0-0, guys. Well... Good yellow card? I don't think so. I think there's probably cover. But one last chance. Oh, down to Walker, well headed. Go on, pass it in. What's all this tight? You're supposed to be playing wide. And oh God, work to be done. Clearly. Oh, that is rubbish. Mind you, they've been no better, but they're down in 16th, and we're looking to try and get promoted. So it's not been great. I mean, we've been the better team, haven't we? But just no cutting edge. I mean, look, we're on very attacking. I want it to pump it forward, and we're just knocking it about at the back. Really poor. Well, maybe I should have delayed the comeback a bit further and pressed on a bit more, because that was not what we wanted to see, is it really? Okay, well, we haven't lost, but that's disappointing because I think we were the better team there. And maybe, unfortunately for those real-life sporting fans, might be a little bit too close to home in terms of not creating chances and not scoring goals. Plenty of energy in sort of midfield, and maybe not controlling the game, but having more of the ball and sort of putting things forward. But we just looked to lack a bit of creativity and cutting edge. We had a few chances, but nothing really concrete was there, which is the disappointing thing. So maybe something to work on. Might just be a new tactical thing that we've got to wait to gel in. We'll see. Okay, guys. Well, a bit of a low energy comeback, I suppose, but we're gonna crack on with it, and I'm gonna put more episodes for this series out so we can really move on with things. I mean, we've moved up to third though, I suppose. I suppose Biggleswade must have dropped points, did they? Why can't I see him? Don't know. Anyway, and there's a game in hand there, so whatever. It's not the end of the world, but would have liked to have seen a little bit more, or a goal or something, but there we go. Like, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I hope you did. And otherwise, I'll catch you next time. See you soon, guys.